My motivation in triathlon is that I kind of view it like a game, and every training session is a kind of possibility to upgrade my character, and the character, of course, being myself. My name is Gustav Iden. I'm 24 years old from Bergen, and I'm a triathlete. My upbringing here in Bergen was really active. I loved being outside, always playing with my mates, either on the bike or just walking in the mountains. Also played some football, even though I did absolutely have no talent there. So it didn't take long before I realized it was cycling and running that was my passion. My triathlon career started when I was a bit older, I think 14, and that's the age you start kind of specializing in what sport you want to do. And I couldn't decide between cycling and running, so instead of choosing away one of the sports, I realized triathlon, that was something for me. So then I had to learn how to swim.
First time he was, of course, quite young. He was 14 years old, and he was almost drowning in the pool, and I thought, wow, how could that be a triathlete? And I was, what can we do with that? But we saw that when he was running, and also later on when we saw him on the bike, his biking skills was tremendous. He had a body, and he also had a mindset to want to be at his best in his sport. So he got into a swimming club and was able to start training with them. And because I knew that that day when the swim come together, he will be one of the best in the world.
I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry.
My brother and sister is both cyclists, and my mother is a Nordic champion in cycling. It happened once that I was actually competing with my mother and sister. Luckily, I think I beat them both because it would be a bit embarrassing if I was the worst cyclist in the family. It's amazing when you know you have done your best and it's coming maybe to a podium finish or even winning, then it's the best feeling in the world. But when you're coming closer to the finish line and you know you did something wrong or something happened, then you just want to lay down and cry because you're so disappointed that every training session you have done leads to being disappointed at the finish line. I've spoken to a lot of athletes that feel stressed during the race, but I'm actually really calm and I always try to make the best decisions during the race. And I think that's one of the reasons I have managed to become as good as I am, because I managed to actually know what I'm doing during the race, learning from that and doing better the next one.
The first year when he was racing, he was so nervous before the races that he was just standing on the start line shaking. And he had really trouble controlling himself. Over the years, when he had learned to control it, he's on the opposite. Now he's the cool guy. I think it's a little bit about mentality and preparation, because when he is on the start line, he knows that he has done the job, he's prepared, and he's ready. And then you just have your legs and arms talk for itself. That has been one of the biggest changes and development from him personally over the years. The race he did in Nice when he became the world champion was a fantastic race. It's a kind of a perfect chess match. I still get goosebumps when I think about it now.
Becoming a world champion last year was definitely my breakthrough in my career. It was amazingly cool. It's really hard to describe actually. It was maybe no one believing in me except myself, and then actually not only winning but smashing the competition. That was so amazing. I actually had planned to slow down towards the end, but I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to finish a race without feeling tired. Of course, it does a lot of thing with my fan base in growing and myself as a person growing maybe. So my motivation is unaffected, but things around it has definitely changed.
Of course, me as a coach, we are working on the physical aspect of the sport, but of course, We have to say that stepping up to have actually to first having a bike sponsor and then having a Giant as a sponsor is a huge step for him and very important.
If you have doubts about something, that's really the worst thing ever. Giant has helped me unleash my full potential by making sure that I have no doubts in the equipment, in the performance of my equipment, and just know that even though I'm feeling tired, my bike is always ready to perform.